Hello everybody, it is Friday the 22nd of November and it snowed yesterday. It said it would and it did, and I already filmed some stuff which I will show you later. But now I'm going out, not far. I just put my garbage out and I put on my boots for the first time this year. And I'm very happy. And those are some new thermal leggings. And here's my garbage bag. And I just want to go quickly to get it done. I just hoovered all over. Not all over, but nearly. Okay, I'm not going out yet. Just doing all the cut stuffs out. Oh, busy. Busy definitely. Okay. Oh, it's actually smelling. Cool. The trees. I didn't put on a lot of clothes. So here we go. Into snow. Ooh. I wanted to go out yesterday, but I didn't. Wasn't showered, and then I had wet hair. That's pretty. And then it was dark. And I didn't know where to go to. Okay. So just going over to the garbage containers. Took about 3 years till I noticed I can put my garbage there too. It is, what is that? 6 inches or something. That's a lot. Ooh. Okay. Oh, whoa. Slippered. Okay, now I need both hands to open and throw. Ooh, that was heavy. Could not lift that with one hand. Ooh, it's weird to film out here. So, windows and things. Oh, birdie. In the tree. Is it gone already? Hi. That's Sparrow. Hello. Oh no, it's not a sparrow. Hi. Hello. It's actually snowing. Like, should have put on a bigger jumper. Like snowing a lot. Cool. I love it. And I'm out. That's so much snow. Crazy. Yay. It stays on my head. Okay. It's unusual that it snows now, but I don't think it was unusual before the last 10 years or something. I love it. It's colder again. Oh, I don't have carpet out. Let's do that. Oh, see, hi, Christina. Okay. So, just put them on here. Okay. Okay, so just back in, I have prepared a dough for Zopf, but hours ago, and it's still on my list with what I need to do. So I thought I might film it again. I have filmed that a long time ago, 4 years or something. How to Zöpfel, how to make a Zopf with 2 of those things. Yeah, and first, well, I don't do it that well because especially this part, I'm not rolling it, I'm just doing it very quickly. Because I don't have the nerve for it properly, or the ability, or whatever. So. Okay. Put it all on it. And now I think I have figured out how I can do it right every time. So I make a cross, and those are my upper things and those are my under things. And now the under one I want over on top of the upper one. So this is over. The under one, I want over the upper one. And now this is under, I want it over the upper one. But this is got very small. Okay. Well, that's the theory. It was too short. Okay. Sorry, maybe next time it's gonna be better. It's gonna be a weird Zopf. More like a Zopfbrot. Okay, now do an egg wash and then I let it prove a bit and then I put it in the oven. So here comes the egg wash. I just used the whole egg and I will cook that later on with my potatoes that I had for lunch. I'll just fry it up together or something. Yeah. Those parts I want to skip normally because it's extra, but it looks so much better. My mom likes it. Ooh, oh, that's too much. But it's not really necessary, just for the looks. So, okay, and then I put my proving bowl over it and wait a bit so it gets more fluffy. Okay, and this is very cool. I have those lids. They were for cat food, for the tins. My voice is all over, and they just fit right on here. And I have 3 for my cats and 3 I haven't used. So for my cats, I'll use those for myself. And then I can, they fit on this glass thingy cup. And then I can put it in the fridge. Very cool. I had this for lunch. This is a potato something, vegetable schnitzel, plätzli. And this is just potatoes with onions. And yeah. But it's now hours later. And I didn't film anything, but here's the Zopf. I baked it for about 35 minutes maybe. Then also here I have some banana cake from my little sister. It's delicious. And I wanted to show you something. I tried to do it without the flash, but it doesn't work. I have rearranged it a bit. I put the piano, which was in the other room. I can show you where it was, but I put it over here, and now this room is way better. So amazing. And the piano was there where the ladder was, like along this way. And now I put that here, and through that I have a huge dirt, and just that space is amazing. It is so different. Now I switched those 2 things, and now both rooms are way bigger. It is very cool. I love it. And the other thing is just the weather. I love it so much. I love it cold, and with the snow, it's just quiet and white. It's just so nice, so lovely. I had my curtains open all day. Got a little headache, but it could have been worse. And yeah, just love it so much. So it's very nice, very, 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 very pretty. Okay, and that is that. Ah, the last time I mentioned. I'm watching Netflix stuff. I'm a stalker. I mentioned New Zealand and the hitchhiking, and I have that in my drawer under here, and I want to show you some pictures and the map from there, to show you where I was and stuff and so on, but not right now. It's a bit cold here. Yeah, so I'm very happy at the moment. It's lovely. I think I spent about an hour to look for those maps, and now I found them again. But I looked through all my old mail stuffs, like just those mementos of things with letters, also new ones with Tina Darla, who wrote a lot already. And this is also my Andenken an die Heilige Taufe on my... over here we do baptism when you are a child, just the first one. We do another one later on, which you choose yourself. And this is a memory to that. And then also, oops, there are more cards and things and pictures. And I found this one. It's a card my dad included when I was in New Zealand. And he writes stuff like, there... Wir denken oft an dich, aber echt vermisst haben wir dich noch nicht. We think of you a lot, but really missed we haven't you yet, but we haven't really missed you yet. So because there's always something going on. That's that's my family, huh? Well, we just are in the moment. And then I also found those pictures. That was they're very dusty. Tanya, my older sister, that this is how long? Well, I'd say about 20 years ago. She did her practice teaching in a kindergarten, which was close to the horses we went riding. I think he was the last one there. So, and I still went with him. He died in 2002. So that is more than that. Which year do we have? Yeah, it's a long time ago. Also, this kindergarten later on was then where I worked as a psychometricity therapist. It's quite cool. Oh, there's a kid on it. I'm not allowed to show the kid. Well, that's 20 years ago. Whatever. So, and I went with Guru. And, yeah, so the kids could sit on a horse. There's more kids. And this is Herr Sigricht. And those were my riding pants. This is so old. I mean, they're not small anymore. Those kids are 20 by now. But this is Guru. Okay, and then this is in Ireland, in Dingle. And at the hotel. And with my cat. It's just very old pictures and I love them. And this was a funny one from my boy cat. And with Signa, with a filter, green filter on it. That was in my first flat when they were very small still. And there's more, so just pictures very long time ago. So I also have my pictures. Those are 7 albums with New Zealand pictures and my 2 maps. And it was in 2002, 2003. So that's a long time ago. And I hope they're all fine when I show pictures. So this is me, October 02. Already in New Zealand with a jumper from Martina and the big pickle in my face. And I went with Miriam, which is now a bit heartachy because we haven't seen each other in a long time and I don't get there and I kind of made a drama about it. I kind of wrecked that relationship. This is Phoebe. That's where we stayed at the Hodgins family. And I found it amazing to have a lemon tree in the garden. And this skirt, my little sister made that. Trying to find a better spot without the light. Then that's Rosie, their dog. Okay. And Floyd the cat. And Ruben and Phoebe. It's very windy in Wellington, so we went to the field and played in the wind there. With Rosie and all of us. I'm to the left there. I know that's their father, Bruce, Sophie. Sheep, of course. I never touched one though. I never got that close. Miriam, Kate, and Sophie. We went to stay with Lucy, who was an exchange student in Switzerland, and then we stayed with her family. And she has 5 siblings. It's their home. I really don't know what I can sharing it. 5 siblings, big family, also a lot of cousins. Then we went to the horse races in their town. And this is Laurie. He died, and I did have his picture in here, but then I made a frame of it, and I sent this frame, but I took a picture and then put that in my album. And this is Joan, the grandmother. They were very important for the family. Yeah, Rachel, and those are the parents, and I think it's her parents. So, well, I'm not really allowed to show parties and things, being cold, having no heaters. This is Lucy, and then I cut my hair. So this is very short hair that's in her flat. And this is an important party. This is me and Emily. Oh, that was before because my hair was still long. And Miriam, and this is Vivian. He's it's a bit weird. Miriam, they're all a bit drunk. This is Kellen, who was Emily's boyfriend. And this is Nick. Nick is very important because Miriam met Nick. Miriam is my friend. We were there together. And from that time on, Nick was always with his 2 Swiss chicks, and he married one of them, and it's not me. And he's living in Switzerland for a long time already. I don't know. And yeah, they're having 2 kids now. But they live in Basel, and that's too far for me. And they never come here. And I'm a bit angry by now. I always thought it's my fault that we are not meeting each other, but they could have come here too. So Miriam and I went to the zoo, Wellington. We did not see one kiwi, and it was raining. And yeah, I will get to the map. This is just animals in the zoo. Also interesting, she fed the giraffe, and I don't know why I didn't. I mean, I took the picture, but I would love to do that. Wellington, Wellington, Wellington. More Wellington. Well, also Miriam is the artsy type, and I am not. So all of these pictures, and I didn't go there. Oh, that's Nick. Miriam went with Nick. Well, he pursued her for a while. And maybe that's why we're not so close, because I witnessed everything. I like this picture though. The harbor there in Wellington. And this one with the flowers. This train station. It's annoying with the light. And this is fascinating. With a fern in the air. And it was in the Papa was the big Lord of the Rings exhibition. This was 2002, 2003. So they were still filming the 3rd one. Yeah, but I did not see that. Well, we saw it as something. Cuba Street, that's where we lived. Because we could live with Lucy in her flat. And then we moved into Nick's flat, which was here. It was Rolleston Street. And I would like to go back there to see if I find my way around again. Yeah. I think that, whatever. Oh yeah, this is in the Bristol. Cuba Street. This was the flat. And this was a huge toilet paper roll somebody stole somewhere. And there's Brianna. Friend of Lucy's. They were good friends. It's a bit shit-faced. And those are. And then we switched clothes, I think. And mascara. So she was wearing green and I was wearing black. And very fancy. And then we went to Auckland because Lucy was doing some German courses and did theater there. See, Schmetterling, that means butterfly. Yeah. I think that's on the way there. Ah yeah, the hookah falls. It's Nick again. And here's my first bag, which is very important. This is how it all started with my bags. And I love the hookah falls. I really wanted to go in there. And yeah, Nick. Yeah. I'm a bit sad about it, but yeah. I did send him a card last year. And I never heard from him. And yeah. Makes me feel like he hates me. That's in his mom's house. He made us nachos. That's Miriam. Sky Tower. It's in Auckland. I need to be a bit more careful with the pictures. No. And oh, there's the cows. I think I took those pictures. That's Miriam's. It's an artsy shot. Auckland. And then we went to the beach somewhere. There. It's me at the beach. I never went in. Because I don't like salt water. That's Bryce. Maybe that's too that's a lot of nakedness. And then he's a musician. So that's where we were. Then he cut his hair. Okay, now it's party stuff. So we are approaching my map time. Another time we went there, Auckland, and then Bryce's car broke down on the way there. It looked like that, but this is not, or is it? No, I don't think so. Then we went to Rosso. Miriam's mother had a house there. Again, guitar playing. It was lovely, and that's where they got together, Nick and Miriam. And I had no clue. I was the only one. He knew it too. Didn't tell me though. That's me with my cool jumper. And my glasses are still there. I think that's where I left them. And it was the big day out in Auckland. It's a big concert, open air. This is Robin. He was lovely. He took a lot of time to explain stuff to me and things and so on. There's the big day out.
I am not really into that, but I went there. I mean, I'm a good passenger. I don't say a lot. I just go there and I'm happy when we go back home. And then here we start with our backpacking, with our hitchhiking. So this is the North Island. So there's Wellington. This is where we lived in a flat with Nick. This is where that family lived. And that's where we saw Lord of the Rings, the second one, the Two Towers. At midnight, it was in Masterton. Okay, and this thing is just where we traveled around. But didn't I write that down? It goes further up there. Okay, so we were in Auckland, which is where again? Can't find it. The big arrow. So Auckland, we also went to the Black Sand there, Black Beach, but that's when I stopped showing you the pictures. We wanted to go to Cape Reinga. And that's up here. But Nick did book us a bus. We didn't want a phone, so he did that for us. And he did book the bus to Whirienga. That's over there. We wanted to go up there and we ended up over there. I don't know if he did that on purpose. So that's where that is, the cat's pajama. And we got off the bus there. And then we didn't really know what to do. She did scrapbooking and I was just there. I like horses. I saw them on the road too, and yeah. So then we started hitchhiking from Whirienga, and then we went over there to Coromandel somehow. And I wrote here, this is middle of nowhere, and this was even worse. And then I think we got down here to Lee or something. I don't really know. Well, I can't really relate that much. But funny thing is, one time we got picked up by a limousine. So we did hitchhike a lot. And those Birkenstock I had for free from Siemens where I worked before that. And they were very in when I was there. I didn't think that would be in. We also went to Bailey Beach. That's all my hitchhiking. And this is the big kauri tree on the way to Opanoni. Okay, anyway, I don't remember properly, but somehow we came down and we did pass Auckland, but I think it was hard to get over here. And then that's what we ended up on a slaughterhouse or something. And then in Helensville, I think it was there. I really don't remember that. I only remember the second time going to Auckland, being driven by the creep. In Helensville, there was a very nice gentleman. He was not driving, but he saw us from his office or something. He came out and said, "Where do you want to go?" Because he didn't want us to be in a dangerous situation. So he just drove us, and we didn't know where we wanted to go. So we wanted to go up there, but we wanted to go with the people. And then we just said somehow north, or said a town. And then he drove us there, and there we got off the car and hitchhiked further. And that's how we got, I think that's where we either caught the rides or stayed the town, the night or something. Okay, so we went up there, and then we found that very dodgy in Opanoni. And I think it's the rides we took. So he drove us far. And most of them were okay. And there was maybe the most dodgy thing. Because, we went to Cape Reinga, yeah. We got there in the end with those guys. Just a bus full of students on their summer break or something. Well, nothing happened. Well, it was all fine. They're very nice. But yeah, thank God, yeah. So that's how we went to Cape Reinga. And then we went down again to Paia. We went down again the other side because they're in Rosso, where Miriam's mom had the house. It's a touristy place and it was very hard to get out. So we took the ride we could, and that was the one who wanted to, that we did stuff for him in the forest. And the next day we bought the car. Okay, I hope that made kind of sense. And that's a horsey with a hat. And the next day we bought Emma. We didn't hitchhike anymore after that. So this is Emma, Holden Barina, and with bolt tires, a bit rusty, and we had no insurance, and nothing happened. And on our first ride from Auckland down to Wellington, and one drives on the left-hand side, you know that. I did most of the driving. The stereo stopped working just after Auckland, but we arrived fine there. And as we were the only ones not drinking, I had to go and buy beer for everybody. I was very pissed off about that because it was a 10-hour drive. And then I made a joke, aimed for the right lane, and everybody got nervous, but it was a planned joke. And I got to the left lane, but it was a narrow thingy. It was funny. And this is Rosso, so that's Kaikoura. Okay, then we went to the South Island. Yeah, well, might not be interesting for you guys. But on the South Island, we went with Emma, and we had a tent in the boot or in the trunk, but then we unpacked it and we saw it was moldy, so we didn't have our trunk for a backpack, nor did we have a tent, so we slept either open air or in the car, me behind the steering wheel and Miriam in the passenger seat. And I accidentally honked the horn a few times. So Kaikoura, we started in the night thingy ferry over there, and then we went to Kaikoura, and I don't remember how to say the name. There we spent the night because we didn't sleep here, and I was really falling asleep behind the steering wheel. So, and here is even, there's a seal and a duck. Okay, that is Kaikoura. And then we drove on, just all over. We did take a shower. We did wash us in there, and then 10 minutes later there was a shower thing. We should not have done that. We were not so environmentally good. There's a mountain. Queenstown. We spent the longest time in Queenstown, and we have one picture which is shaky. So we spent the night in Kaikoura in the very luxurious backpackers. Then we went on. I think we also went to Hammer Springs and went to the hot springs or something. And here we slept outside, and then it started raining, of course. Also sandflies all over. We did drink a lot of beer or wine to sleep in the car because it was hard to sleep there. Then there's Christchurch. We bought some new boxes for the stereo. And there's a lot of one-way streets in Christchurch. It did take me a long time to get out of there. It was very hard. And then we drove to Timaru. And in Timaru, those were the loveliest people ever. We were in a pub. And then two guys came over and said they want to offer us I don't know how we got there with talking, but they said we could sleep at their house, and we could ask the barkeeper lady, so she would give to say that they are good people, and they would do nothing, and they didn't. So we went there. They gave us their bed. They slept on the couch. They even put fresh sheets on. They had big dogs. It was very cute. And there was a power cut, and we wanted to see Ocean's 11, but due to the power cut, we couldn't see that. And in the morning, they had to get up at 4 or 5 they were fishermen or something. So very lovely. So they gave their good night sleep, and they had to work. And we were there on holidays, had their bed, and they drove us to our car, which was on a car park. And we went in the car, and we kept on sleeping in there. But they were so lovely. That's the most impressive story. And yeah, well, that's the rest. We just went on. That's the lake I just showed you. Yeah, where we washed ourselves, and then there where you could eat pizza, there was also a shower stuff.
And then also went around here. Dunedin. I'm not a good traveler in that sense. I mean, I go there, but I don't really care. and here we stayed in Queenstown, and we had to go to Milford Sounds because everybody has to go there. And Miriam said it's about 40 minutes. It's a 4-hour drive or 2-hour. And there it goes into the forest, into the bush. And we were low on gas. and it was downhill. So I did a lot of just letting the car roll. And the only thought I had there was, I need to get gas too. Yeah. And we found there is a gas station, but we didn't have a credit card. So we had to find somebody who would give us money, and we'd give him money back. And we did. We got back, but that's my memories of Milford Sounds. This is Milford Sound. And there I am with my thingy. My jumper and things. Yeah. Scouts. Okay. Well, I think that's it. Not that interesting. We went up the west coast. I had a banana split here, mosquito attack there at night. So we drove at night to a town, and there we had rest. It was handy. I was behind the steering wheel. I just had to unzip the bottom of my sleeping bag and started driving. And then we went over here and into Abel Tasman National Park. And yeah, so on and so on. So that is where we went here. And there's more pictures of things, but yeah. Okay, that's enough.
Oh, maybe just one last picture. This is Abel Tasman National Park at the beginning. This is Miriam, this is me. This is how I take a picture. I zoom in on the person, and Miriam has the surroundings and things. Very, very different interests. So I would have more. I have 2 more of those, but it's also with one more national park. We didn't get far there. Had some problems. There was also protests and things where we were. And Rotorua. Yeah, whatever. On my way, when I was back, I had my 21st birthday at some point. And this is I love this one. This is the grill of our garden. I've shown that to you, I think. It was 21st birthday. I think I made glow wine or something. I just love it. It's very witchy, but it has a hook for a pot holder, and it has the roast thing to put on. I love it. We don't have it anymore because we moved out. And this was in our garden shed. I cleaned it all out. There was many spider infestations. I bought my big pillows from IKEA for that, and those were my small tables, which I don't have anymore either. And I made onion bacon buns, and this is me with a very warm jumper. And marmor cake, Millie. Those were my friends from Kanti. Miriam again, and Honey from primary school friend, and Garmin and Yoli, and Vali, and Martina. Just old friends. And this is me. We were playing a game with thing on the forehead, and mine was Mummy, which is something to eat, which I've never heard of. So that wasn't so much fun. And I have a piercing there. I did that in New Zealand. I wanted to do that for a longer time. And yeah, I had 3 at some point. And she said, am I a tofu burger? And I think she was. She's adorable. And this is from my window, I think. And this was our cat, Grappa. She had a very bad eye for forever. So people didn't like her, didn't think she was cute because she looked like that. Yeah, but she was fine. Yeah. So that was that. Just a few last ones from New Zealand. This was again in Rotorua, and I had to have that thing because I had such greasy hair. I think we did clothes swap again. Those are not my pants, and this is Miriam's shirt, and she's wearing hers, I think. Yeah, somehow. And I don't have that shirt anymore. I love it. It's pretty. And then, what's that again? Oh, with beer and stuff. And here, that's at Nick's flat. Yeah, there's a lot of beer, so much beer. And then we were close to leaving. That was our leaving party with all of them again. And a little drunk. And this was the protest things because of war stuffs. And now the bad thing is I did not see that cake, Farewell, Andrea and Miriam, because I was not there. I was sick. I was staying in Wellington and they were at the families and I couldn't go there. I didn't understand English anymore and I couldn't travel. And then I saw the cake and I really felt like I missed out. And I also don't know what the family thought about me. If they thought that I didn't want to go there or something. But I was actually sick. And very sad when I saw the cake. And felt bad. Yeah. So, and then we went home. Oh, there should be more. There should be one more. Ah. We also did a photo shoot in black and white. Miriam did that because she wanted to have a good picture for Nick, because they got together there and she was leaving and wanted him to have some memories. That's Nick. Miriam, she was just got up from a nap, so she was not that happy about those pictures. Now Lucy, Brianna, Emma and Gary, and Lucy and Miriam, and Lucy and me and Miriam. Lucy, she had a scratch, she had a black thing on it, and I tried to scratch it off. She's so pretty. And again, swapping clothes. She was wearing my jumper. That was the game with a spoon. And I clearly win. I mean, balancing on the thingy. And those socks, I don't have anymore. Okay, and then the last days, we were there in Wellington, sunny days, and then we went to Auckland or something. I don't know if that is now cultural appropriation, but we were in Tokyo and they had because our flight, it's the day before, they brought us to the airport. It was lovely. Is it sad? I guess so. It has to be. And then we put on those things and took some pictures. And I don't know how I did that, but my hands are gone. So, and then we flew back. So it is now 7:45, and before I already thought it's 10 p.m, but it's not. It was 7. And I'm gonna have a piece of bread with butter. And I thought I might cut that bread on camera so you can hear the crust of Swiss bread. Here we go. Valle Matcha, which is a new kind, but looks same as usual. It's a bit like cutting wood. Okay, and after a break of 2 weeks of not calorie counting, I'm back with calorie counting. But it's a good way like that, because then you eat a bit more, and then when you eat less again, the body notices it again. Otherwise you have to eat less and less and less and less, and that does not work out. 50 grams, that's 130 calories for the broad. And then I have warmed up the butter. And that is 10 grams. That's about 75 calories. So 5. And now I've washed. I got 3 pieces left. I guess it's about 120 calories. And 1. It's kind of like bologna a bit or something. 2, 3, 42, 232. 42 times 2.32 is 97
plus 75 plus 130. That is 302. Let's do 310 and I add a gherkin. So. And often I cut that in the lid, even though it gets rusty then with time. But I don't want to get something else out. Oops. And this is my brood. Okay, I'm good. So I hope you found that interesting, the whole New Zealand trip, and I thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one.